it's Blanca and welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe I am filming this video, but I am super excited to be sharing with you guys baby names that I love but will not be using. For those of you who are new here, we are currently expecting baby number 2. We do have a 20-month-old girl and we do not know the gender of our second baby as of yet. Thus, we will be sharing with you guys, or I will be sharing with you guys, 10 girl names and 10 boy names. We have come across a lot of names that some we love, some we liked, and some we cannot use because of the Spanish translation and pronunciations of these names. But nonetheless, we love these names and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. We are first going to be starting off with girl names, and the first one is Blair. A lot of you are going to be thinking about Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl, but actually I got the name from the actor Blair Underwood. He is phenomenal. I think his most latest work is the Madam C.J. Walker series on Netflix. I just love how this name sounds. It is very old money to me, very traditional, very vintage, and I love the fact that you can use it for both a boy and a girl. Number 2 is Astrid. I am feeling and leaning a lot towards a lot of Greek mythology names as well as astronomy names. I don't know why, but that's what I'm leaning towards, and Astrid definitely falls into those categories. I actually heard this name in a Spanish telenovela and it is pronounced Astrid. Number 3 is Amelia or Emilia. I just love how this name, you can easily, pronounce it both in English and in Spanish. Number 4 is Renata or Renata in English. It is a very uncommon name both in Spanish and in English-speaking countries. However, I do not like the pronunciation in English. Number 5 is Aurora or Aurora. A lot of you are going to be thinking about Sleeping Beauty. I actually just love the meaning of the name. It stands for dawn. It's of Latin origin, and I love how it sounds more so in Spanish than I do so in English. Number 6 is Serena. Now, I am a huge Sailor Moon fan. Used to watch the series growing up in the late 90s, and I even watched the reboot when it came out, I believe 2014-ish, if I'm not mistaken. But we named Riley Serenity. So to have our second daughter named Serena, I feel like it would be too matchy-matchy with Riley's middle name. Number 7 is Savannah. I love this name. Obviously, we do live closer to the city of Savannah right now, and I thought it would be a cute way to commemorate our first duty station. However, the Spanish pronunciation is very similar to another word in Spanish. It is pronounced Savannah, and it sounds very similar to Savannah, which means blanket. So just because it sounds so similar to that word, we are not going to be using it. Number 8 is Jimena. Now this name, you can actually spell it 2 different ways. You can spell it with a J or you can spell it with an X. With an X, it's spelled X-I-M-E-N. J-I-M-E-N is the other way to spell it. However, I personally love how the name is spelled with an X. I feel like it's very cool, very edgy, and very unique. However, I do not like how it would be pronounced in English, and I think if you have it with a J, it would be pronounced like Jimena. Have no idea how people would pronounce it with an X. Number 9 is Gaia. Like I said, these last 2 names actually are going to be heavy on the Greek mythology. And Gaia, if you guys are into Greek mythology, you guys would know that she is the mother of the Titans as well as of all the Greek gods. And the last name, but certainly not least, is Persephone. And Persephone was the wife of Hades. On to the boy names. I really love this first one, but because I know that our older relatives would not be able to pronounce it, I had to let go of it, and it is Maverick. Love this name. It's very unique, very edgy to me, and I am so bummed that we can't use it. Number 2 is Rhett, spelled R-H-E-T-T, and I got this name because of the character Rhett from Gone with the Wind. I love that movie ever since I saw it in 7th grade. Love it. Hubby does not like the name. Number 3 is Ronan. It's spelled R-O-N-A-N. I just don't think that our Spanish relatives would be able to pronounce this name whatsoever. Number 4 is Walter. I actually heard of this name in Spanish and it is pronounced Walter. And for all of my Spanish speaking friends out here, if you guys hear the name Walter, you guys are going to be thinking of Walter Mercado, kind of like the Miss Cleo for the Spanish community, minus the scamming part. But I love how Walter sounds. It's very vintage, very traditional, and for boy names, that's what I'm really leaning towards. Very old and traditional names for a boy. Number 5, I like this name. Hubby loves it. He is a huge anime fan, we both are, and he watches a lot of the Saint Seiya series. He loves the name Goku. Yes, I'm not kidding you, Goku. I think that's how you pronounce it, if I am not mistaken. However, I told him, I don't think a lot of people are gonna understand or even, you know, associate the name Goku with the Saint Seiya series unless they're huge anime fans and know of that anime series. So if you want to name our son Goku, then why don't we just name him Goku for that matter? Because at least I would think people would know who Goku is. I mean, come on. Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super are huge series. So I think people would know. And if you haven't watched Dragon Ball, have you really lived, you guys? I mean, come on, go watch it. But we just know that it would be too much of a unique name for our son to have. Number 6 is Edward. I had his name on my list for so long, even before Twilight came around. And then I still had it on my list, but now I've come to the realization that this name is super popular. Same thing with Isabella. I really love the name, but because of Twilight, it has been popularized. It's super trendy, and I actually want my kids to have a name that is unique, but not too unique where it's like weird. But I also don't want them to be like the 7th Edward or the 10th Isabella in their classroom. Number 7 is Braulio. It is a beautiful name. It's a very strong and powerful one, and it's super uncommon to find somebody in Spanish-speaking countries with the name Braulio. Super rare. However, I do not like the English pronunciation of it. It is pronounced Braulio, completely different from Braulio. Number 8 is Gabriel. I love this name. Has been on my name for baby boys since forever, just like Edward. But hubby was not on board with it, just does not like the name. Number 9 is Fernando. Same thing with Edward and Gabriel. This name has been with me on my baby list since forever. I just love how it sounds, Fernando. However, I don't like the English translation for it, which is Ferdinand, and I really don't like the pronunciation if we just kept Fernando in English, which would be Fernando. The last name on my boys list is Clark. Love this name. It is, to me, very traditional, very vintage. I just love it, and it just rolls off the tongue very easily. Clark. And a lot of you are going to be thinking of Clark Kent, aka Superman. I just love the name. Like I said, it's very vintage for me, and I am leaning a lot towards those names for boys. And this is one of those names that you can actually use for both a girl and a boy. On America's Next Top Model, there was one contestant on there that her name was Clark, and she spelled it with an E at the end, which I thought was pretty cool. But that is it for today's video. I hope that this video serves as a form of inspiration for you guys, because I know picking out a baby name is hard. I used to watch a lot of these videos when I was pregnant with Riley. Even so now we're doing the same thing, because with Riley we couldn't pick a name, and we're on the same boat yet again. So I just love watching these videos. These are fun to film and they're fun to watch. So again, I really do hope that it gives you guys some inspiration. Thank you guys so much for giving this video a thumbs up and for subscribing. You guys have no idea how much it means to me, how exciting it is to see that I have a new subscriber on my channel. It just means the world to me. So thank you so much. Leave a comment down in the comment section below on which one was your favorite name for both girls and boys. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!